My name is Ann Rockwood, and I'm a clinical social worker, and we're at Rosa Parks Elementary School. We're part of lifelong medical care. So here at Rosa Parks, the Family Resource Center, that's what we're called, the counseling program, we have been part of the school for a really long time. So we're really a part of the school community and really integrated into the school. We're located in Berkeley, so we serve the public school community here in Berkeley, which is, fairly diverse. Here at Rosa Parks, the way our program works is we get referrals from teachers, from the principal, from families, and then we'll do an assessment to make sure they're appropriate for our program. So we do see kids for all of our interns have a small caseload of kids that they're seeing for individual counseling. And then most years we do have some groups. Different years, interns have participated in, different social emotional learning in classrooms. There's the opportunity to go into classrooms. Some years there have been opportunities to provide like group parenting support. For individual counseling cases, there's a lot of opportunity to work closely with families and also with teachers, and to be a part of different school support staff meetings for individual students, where we might meet with other interventionists or special ed and have an opportunity to really collaborate to support those kids in the best way possible here in the school. So we do get referrals from kind of a lot of different people within the school. We have a cost team that meets, so that's coordination of services. So that's the principal and some of the other interventionists at the school. So sometimes kids will be referred just because of, there might be a variety of concerns, learning concerns, but also emotional concerns. And so sometimes that team will identify referrals for us, and other times it might come from the families or the teachers, and then we take a look at the situation and see if they might be appropriate for our program. Sometimes we do refer kids out if they have needs that we can't meet those needs, but for the most part, yeah, we find that it works best to see kids here in the school because we have so much access to them. They're here every day, and we can really work as a team with all of the other supports in a kid's life. Well, a typical caseload, we like to try to make sure trainees have some variety. So a variety of ages, a variety of kind of issues going on with kids. I think, a lot of this year has been kind of a different year. So some of the needs we're seeing have been different, kids who just haven't been on site in school for so long. So especially with the younger grades, we're seeing a lot of kids who are just having a really difficult adjustment to being in school all day and interacting with their peers. So there are situations where kids need support around that. A lot of kids who need support with emotional regulation, and some grief and trauma, definitely, in the community. I think interns and trainees get a really rich experience with just a huge variety. So supervision here at Rosa Parks, we usually have at least 3 or 4 interns every year. So we do have our group supervision right here on site, and that is a combination of case consultation, and we also do, especially in the fall, we do more didactic training. And some of the topics we've covered have been child-centered play therapy, which is kind of the foundation for the therapy that we're doing here. And then we've also talked about development and brain development, and some specific models like nurtured heart approach, which is, primarily for teaching parents, and some trauma-informed care training, CBT, some somatic training. So we kind of spread those out, and then practical things like CPS reporting. We kind of spread those out throughout the year, and then also have a lot of time for case consultation in groups, and then individual supervision weekly as well. Like I just covered, some of the training happens in our group supervision. We also do use an electronic health record. So in the beginning of the year, there's a lot of intensive training around how to use the EHR system. At the very beginning of the year, we do a full day that's just kind of an orientation to the site, to the history here at Rosa Parks, to the work that we do, getting familiar with the space. So, interns find that really helpful. And then, as we identify needs, we try to figure out how to support those needs. I think one of the strengths of our program is that our intern program is a huge part of what we're doing here. So we definitely work really hard to make sure interns are supported. An openness, like a willingness to reflect on their own identity, cultural identity, ethnicity, and how that impacts work with kids and families and teachers and the whole community. Definitely ability to just dive right in and be independent and take risks and try things. I mean, I think, there isn't any way to do this work perfectly. So it is a lot of risk taking in the beginning, and also it's really, really helpful to have people here who really want to work as part of a team, because I think that's part of the beauty of this program, is that, interns support each other and are there for each other and sharing resources. And yeah, we really appreciate that team approach too. I know one of the things that that they have found challenging is learning our electronic health record. We do use Epic, which I know a lot of other places use, and if it's something that you haven't used before, it definitely takes some practice. So I know that's something they're finally, really it's starting to click for them now, going into November. So I know that's taken some time. And then also being in a school and working with kids in a school, I mean, we have all this access to teachers and usually to families, but it takes a lot of work to really build those relationships with so many people. And so I know that's something that has been a challenge early in the year, but that's going to just continue to grow as the year goes on. Rosa Parks is a really wonderful place to be. It's a really joyful school, and the staff here are really, the teachers are really caring and want to support the kids, and it's, yeah, I think it would be a good placement for anybody who knows that they really want to work with children, but it's also such a good foundation for anyone who wants to work with adults too, because we've all been children, and to be able to kind of witness that and learn more about child development, I think would help anybody in this field. So